Hi, folks. Long time no see. This is Elgin Subway Surfer Bowling, your creative caricature marketing consultant. And yeah, I know I've been away, and if I told you the reason, I'd use up all the tape. So I'm not going to tell you right now. But had to do with allergies, terrible allergies. But with what I want to share with you, I was looking yesterday at one of these reality shows that I watch from time to time, and it was called Project Runway. Project Runway is where a bunch of fashion designers compete against each other. They give them various challenges in a short period of time, and then they systematically eliminate them until they get the top designer who is going to have their fashion line performed on Fashion Week in New York City. It's a big deal. I saw something very informative in the show yesterday that I want to share with you. That's something that you can possibly use in whatever art you do. Now, I can't tell you specifically how you can incorporate this into your style of art. Obviously, mine is caricature and cartooning, but I can guarantee by the way these things work that if you let your mind play with this concept, your mind is going to figure out a way to use these concepts because they're very good. Anyway, these four designers were sent to four European countries. One was sent to Paris, the other was sent to Berlin, another one was sent to Barcelona, Spain, and another one was sent to, wow, what was he sent to? I don't remember. Germany something? Maybe I even mentioned Germany already. But anyway, they were sent to four different European countries. And what they were told to do was absorb the culture and come back and create a garment that epitomizes in some way the culture that you sucked up. And again, they had a very limited time to do this, something like 2 days or something like that. And I said, wow, how are they going to do this thing? And so what each of them did, without consulting with each other, they looked at a variety of different things. And I said, wow, that is pretty innovative. I'm going to use that. When you're creating something and you want inspiration, what you should do is go out into your environment like they did. They went sightseeing and look at what surrounded you. They got inspiration from architecture. They might look at an architecture, the way it's built, the color, the texture, the shape of the buildings, the statues, the way the old buildings would juxtapose against new buildings and what the visual effect was. Again, they looked at the texture of the architecture. You know, what age did to a specific color. They looked at color, okay, and they also looked at patterns in the wood, patterns in how windows were put together by a particular architect. Natural patterns, I mentioned that before, but it bears repeating, in the grain of the wood or in the grain of the stone, all kinds of things like that, you know, and then they all brought that together, you know, mixed it up, and bam, that's how their creation came out. And I said to myself, that is such an intelligent way of jump-starting your mind in order to create anything, because oftentimes as creators we start going in here where you should go. We start going into the imagination and rehashing the same old ideas over and over again, because let's face it, I mean, people want to say, well, your imagination is unlimited. Yeah, it's unlimited to the point, but you have to kind of keep feeding it to make those connections, those juxtafications. Am I saying that right? I don't know. You know, you have to keep feeding it, you know, with information to make those leaps. And the best way to do it is to get out in the world and look at stuff that's made Look at people, how they walk, how they act, how they speak, how they gesture, Find out what the rhythm of the people, are. What are they carrying now? What are they wearing now? What colors are dominant? What kind of slang do they use? How are they relating to each other? Young people, old people, all of these things just kind of come together, and they merge, into this kind of a, I don't know, soup, and then, you just kind of, as a creator, just mix them together and it all just comes out. That show, I couldn't see the end of it because my daughter wanted to watch something on TV, but it was brilliant. Yeah, we only have one TV set in the house. Anyway, it was brilliant, what they were able to do. And so my challenge to you in your exercises as you strive to be great creators is get out in the world, look for pattern, look for shape, look for texture, look at people, even get into the weather and find some kind of way that all of these elements can be incorporated into what you are doing creatively. You will not be unsatisfied. And you're going to be surprised because that's how the professionals do it. This is Elgin Subway Surfer Bowling, your creative caricature marketing consultant.